Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video. Clearing more Uncleared 2019 levels. This is the 21st volume. Thank you for watching, if you are still watching. The first level, Bombland. Much like usual, I have 6 levels for you. Much like usual, none of them are very good. I'm sure there's still some good Uncleared 2019 levels, but I haven't seen any for the last couple of weeks. This one, I don't know. Kind of silly. It's nothing outrageous. Took me a while. This jump right here is pretty hard. It's hard to... Ideally, you want to throw the bomb a little higher, but these ice blocks are kind of in your way. So it was hard. And if you do a little jump there, you can get over here under those brick blocks. I actually died many times trying to do that, though. I messed up a lot. I got it pretty good early on, and then I kind of lost it. Yeah, this is kind of a pointless section. You got some springs here, and some hidden blocks above. To the far left, it's open. So if you just stack some springs, I don't know. I have no clue why you would even make this part. I'm gonna take a spring with me. Yeah, over here, key coin, nothing, no key doors apparently, so I don't know why I put that in there. Hammer Brother on top of a Koopa, flying up and down. I'm just checking to see what's in these other blocks. Hoping there's something that'll help me, but it looks like I have to bounce off that hammer, bro. And I successfully did it without getting hit here. I wasn't as successful later on. Now, past these spike tops, there is a coin block just kind of suspended in air. Wasn't sure if there was something under there, if I could land under there. I actually decided to take a little leap. If I had actually successfully done a spring drop, I could have made that and survived. But what you actually want right here is, if you look in these bricks, there is a leaf. That's what we want. And look at that miracle kill. Spike tops, there are probably only a couple of frames where you can jump on the side of them and kill them. And I actually did it right there. So yeah, my first instinct is to fly, but there's this block in the middle here that's kind of in the way. I probably could anyway, but I decided to look in this block, and it's a vine. And then there are a bunch of Goomba shoes over here. Always fun to see the Goomba shoes. There's not much of a reason for them here, though. But I'll take the stiletto. The big stiletto gives me the most power. I got the little stomp. It also... Does it give me the disco beat? I can't hear it when I'm recording. I can't remember if you need wings to get that disco beat. It's always fun to get that disco beat, though. Yeah, that's all that level was. Pretty crappy level. Probably 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Nothing special. Yeah, that first jump killed me a lot. But otherwise, pretty simple. If you can get past that first section. Okay, on to the second level, bouncing up in the spiky clouds. This was by far the hardest level this session. And I don't think it's hard in a very fair way. I do end up booing this one. Did I? I think I did boo the last one. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Not very good, though. Mostly inoffensive. This one... It's hard in a way, like... It's a speed run, presumably. And he's got these setups, and nothing really lines up very well. You have to work to make it line up, which... You know, some of the harder levels, that's, you know, you want to do that. I actually wanted to check the left-hand side to make sure there were no dead exit, because it really looks like there might be one up there, but it's not. Yeah, it's one thing to have, you know, jumps that are not full jumps or whatever. It's another thing where you got a Koopa falling from the sky that you have to land on, and you have to spawn it in a very particular way, and you have to be going a certain speed. It's really hard to hit that Koopa right there. And then you get to this part and you have to wait. Even more offensive is this next part, which is an upward auto-scroll section where everything is kind of blind. Also very hard to line up these first couple of jumps. I'll fail on it right here. It's really hard to get over to that Koopa that's on top of the mole. Oh, here I want to see if I can do a shell jump. I did look at the level at this point, and it was a list viewer. It looked like it was too far to make the shell jump. We'll see. I actually do get it at one point. I can't remember. Right here. Yeah. And I'm nowhere near the rest of the level. I don't think I could make it anyway, if I recall correctly. Plus, there's a checkpoint at the top of this section, which is nice. But yeah, this section is kind of unfair. It's really hard to line up. You have to wait for the auto scroll at certain points, and it's like, well, I didn't know I had to wait. I don't know. It's not great. I mean, I kind of like the concept of the level, but it could have been done a lot better. I think a 5 out of 10 is probably fair. It was a decent challenge. Right here, look at this. Bam, bam. Oh, I jumped too high. I didn't know what was coming. I didn't know what was up there. I still don't know what's up there at this point. We'll see on the next life that it's a ceiling of spikes, which is not extremely fair. So yeah, here I'm gonna wait until auto scroll almost is too low. No, I might have actually done that earlier. I think I did cut out a life where I died, but where I finally saw that spike ceiling. Yeah, there's at least a checkpoint, so I'm on this next red coin section. Again, this is blind. The Koopas below you can't really even see. I guess you can right there, but it's still kind of hard to see. And then you have to line them up really well. Yeah, just not the best setups in this level. And that jump was pretty hard to get that mole in the right spot. At least this last section is not too bad. This was in the thumbnail. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a level I wish were a little better. If the setups lined up a little better, it would have been more tolerable. I don't think you need an auto scroll section in a speed run ever. It is what it is. It's just it's not a great level, not a horrible level, but yeah, it took me over 100 lives. I think I died a lot on just trying to line that first Koopa that falls is really hard. Right after that, I got another speed run with over 100 tries. I was like, well, I hope this one's better. I will say it's probably worse, but it's a little more tolerable in that it wasn't, it didn't feel completely unfair. There were a couple of blind spots, but it's also just not a very well-made level. It's very ugly looking, very boringly designed, and it's not really a speed run. I mean, he has 300 seconds on the clock. It's basically kind of just a maze with random bricks and pipes. Yeah, it's not especially hard. There is maybe some pick-a-path stuff that I mostly avoided, either because I chose correctly or I don't know. It just worked out. Ratings wise, I'd probably give it like a 3 or a 4, but I did not boot this one. More because I forgot. I guess it's kind of inoffensive rather than unless you're really desperate for beautiful design Mario Maker levels, I didn't find it especially offensive. It only took me a couple of tries, really, and most of the deaths were me being stupid. couple of slightly blind spots. I mean, like, you can go to the right there, but you can't really go to the right. This spot, I'm not even 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing in this area. Whether it's on or off, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, here's the first major kind of blind jump. Although I kind of wonder if I went from the bottom, would it have been easier to see? Because I don't think I have to even go very far, if I recall correctly. But yeah, here's the first try as the blind jump. And I barely miss where I was supposed to land, or where I could have landed anyway. I pulled back a little bit the second time. Yeah, those are just kind of like random crap thrown on screen. A lot of blind pipes. Yeah, it's a cruddy looking level for sure. Yeah, not 100% sure where he wants me to go, and going back down here, I kind of screw up a little. I missed these donut blocks where I want to land. I forgot exactly where they were. I almost don't mind the aesthetics in kind of almost an abstract way. It kind of works. I particularly like all these night themes anyway. I think they all look gorgeous by themselves. I mean, like that shooting star in the background, really nice looking. But yeah, as for what the maker did, he's just throwing random crap on the screen. And I'm looking, and there's definitely a pick a pipe type situation. I don't know. I mean, those other pipes might not even work, but I chose correctly. And then I chose the hardest way to get in here. I could easily have dropped below and made it, but and then I didn't even get the one up. Not that it matters, I'm not on that list, but yeah, if you want the record, that one should be easy to steal. Yeah, I don't know what that level was. Completely forgettable. On to the next level. This one, yeah, this one could have been a lot worse. It's kind of a nightmare situation. It is a dark level. Don't leave the ground. Yeah, we've seen some really awful don't leave the ground levels in past videos. This one is, despite the fact that it's dark, is better than like the Link level or the upside down level. But only barely. It's not as long. I don't remember. I don't think it's as long. I did at one point. I do look at the level viewer to, and you'll see why in a minute here. But there's one very unreasonable section that's actually not unreasonable at all if you know where stuff is already, which you can't really unless you look in the level editor or have done it a few times and kind of figure it out. Here's a snake block section, always terrible, especially on these don't leave the ground levels. I screw up here. You have to stay basically on that first section, or because if it goes up, you're screwed. You get cut off. But luckily, it's a green one, so it's not that bad. And it's not that long. I think there was a snake block in the upside down level that also was not that bad. So you could easily make these a lot worse than these ones are. This one it goes up like 3 times or 4 times, and it's fairly predictable. But yeah, here we get into the subworld, and here's where you'll see this level really goes to hell. You go through this door, you get a mushroom, and then it's lowering platforms and dodging saws, grinders. Which, okay, up front, it's not too bad. It is getting lit, so you can kind of see where they are before they get to you. But then coming up here, there's a surprise. Blind drop, basically. Are you really supposed to be able to do this? Now, well, here, we'll get to the bottom, and I go to the left, there's some spikes, so let's go to the right. I haven't been all the way to the right. And there's a wall, and I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do here? And before I can even figure it out, I get axed. Now, I had looked in the level editor at this point, and the fact is, if you hug the left wall, you're safe. And then it becomes a very boring ride, but you know what? I'd rather have this boring than have to guess where these dang grinders are. I like some parts of this. I kind of like the concept, but especially when it starts dropping, it's like, come on, man. You can't go that fast. Now, what you're supposed to do is you have to keep the mushroom, and you have to run damage boost over these spikes, which, I mean, I'm sure I would have figured that out eventually, but it's not a good design at all. Oh, and then I didn't look ahead to this. It basically drops me right out into a pit. I almost caught it, like I just started to hug the wall as I went under the screen, and I died. So that's all I needed to know. My policy is usually like, if I'm lost or I feel like the level is very unreasonable, I'll look ahead just to see, like I'll see that down that vertical section. Ratings wise, I'd probably give that a 3. I mean, it's not the worst level I've ever played, but it's pretty bad. At least I got through it fairly quick. I don't remember which was that one had a lot of tries. That one had over 200 tries. Yeah, so I don't know if it was a soft. You might have noticed that there was an X that was not me in that final section. So somebody made it that far and decided they didn't want to go on, which is crazy because you can see the flag there. Maybe early on in the game, then they were like, I don't want to clear this crap. I don't want to go through this again. Maybe they didn't realize they could hug the left wall. This level, this 5th level, is probably the best level. This or the really hard one, I guess, the 2nd level. But this is fairly reasonable. This one I also booed. I'm very inconsistent with booing in this, especially in this video. This one is not that bad. I can't even remember exactly why I booted. There's one really bad blind jump. A couple of things I don't like. There's this really ridiculous stacked enemy up here with a hammer brother that killed me a few times. That was really bothering me. But I actually think the deal is right here. The stacked enemy is really annoying. The wrenches and the hammers, but he walks off a cliff if you wait long enough, if you can get him over there. Right here, this is a ridiculously blind jump. I have no idea what he wanted me to do. I think the lava is going up and down too. I got to a point where I couldn't see it anymore. I'm just going right to the final run. I didn't take more. This only took like 5 minutes. Yeah, this was not a terrible level. I would probably give it a 5. Yeah, actually, I think I booted because I thought there was a death door, and it turns out, and I didn't notice this until I was watching the video, that it's not a death door, that you can go on either door and still win, which I feel very guilty now. Yeah, look, the lava's, and you can't tell that, so that there is blindness here. You have to kill this Bowser Jr., that's the clear condition. He also has a key, so you really didn't need that clear condition, but whatever, it's not that bad. This is one of the luckiest fights in my life. I almost get killed here about 15 times. I did not think he could jump over there. And I almost fell right on his hammers, but the angle he throws them at, it's pretty easy to dodge. Yeah, look, there's 2 key doors up there. I didn't notice that until I watched the video. I really thought he had a picador situation at the end here, which bothered me. So yeah, I retract that boo person. If you ever watch this, is a Canadian person. If you ever watch this video, I'm very sorry that I booed your level. I would not have given it a like either, but yeah. So we'll go to the last level here, Gravata, and this one is one that I probably should have booed, and I didn't. Again, I didn't give it a like. It's not a very good level, but I'd probably also give it a 5, maybe a 4. It's pretty bland for the most part, but there is a pick a path situation right at the beginning here, after this door. Maybe I kind of forgave it because it was so close to the beginning. I didn't care. Yeah, there's 4 or 5 paths you can drop down, and you go to the last one, and you get it. Then you get damaged. Go up here. Couple of like overall, it's not bad here. And here the subworld is upside down, which I kind of like. I am not a hater of the upside down, and I kind of like these upside down claws. They're kind of fun. Call me crazy, not many people. I have actually tried to make upside down claw levels, and I always kind of rejected them because I just thought people would hate them. I've many times started making an upside down level that I decided that I better scrap this because no one's gonna want to play it. I do have kind of a fun Super Mario Brothers 2 upside down level that I made fairly recently that no one likes except me. Yeah, this section alerted me to a situation that I had never seen before. Apparently, if you're in a claw and you swing over a twister, it knocks you right out of the claw. I did not know that. Very annoying, but it kind of shocked me, so I wasn't upset about it as much as I was, you know, just surprised. You know, and you remember last video, I actually booed a level for using a twister. This situation isn't quite as annoying as that, I guess, but it did kill me, so I should have been mad. Yeah, it's a very mediocre at best level. 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, something like that. Yeah, so this video is a bit shorter than normal. I should have did a 7th one, but I thought I would stretch it out to 30, but that's okay. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you stayed this far, thanks so much for watching this. I really love making these. Have a nice day. Thank you.